Hello everyone, welcome to Neil's MG channel. So I'm back with you today, and you'll see I've got a huge great big purple looking bruise thing here. And today is Thursday the 26th of July 2023, and on Tuesday the 18th of July, which was just over a week ago, I had my thymectomy. And I had the thymectomy because there was a tumour on my thymus gland, and it was recommended that I have it removed, and quite quickly. So back home, I thought I'd do a video. I was planning on doing one a few days ago, but I didn't get a chance basically. But so just to give you a bit of a heads up about it, the operation was done at the Royal Brompton. I went down, I stayed actually in a hotel on the Monday night. I had to check in, if you like, at the hospital at, what time was it? 6:30, I think it was, on the Tuesday morning. I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything from midnight on the Monday, which is fine, so I went out for dinner a few hours before. Did that pretty much as soon as I got there, asked a load of questions, got changed into a gown, and pretty much then 8 o'clock in the morning, probably about 8:30, I think it was in the end, went down for the operation. The operation lasted about 2 hours, where I recovered, and then I went back up. I didn't walk at that point, but I went up to a side room. And I was in a side room for the rest of the Tuesday. I was probably in the recovery for 2-3 hours, and then about midday lunchtime went up to the side room, where I was observed throughout the day on the Tuesday until the evening, and then most of the day on the Wednesday. And then about 5 p.m. on the Wednesday, I was pushed from the side room through to a ward, basically, where there were 4 other patients on the ward, and then it was there that I stayed from Wednesday evening until till Friday evening. Friday about 5 o'clock I was discharged, and that was that. Then I was back home. So in terms of the recovery process, firstly, it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't the operation. The operation itself wasn't painful, but because what happens is they have to cut your sternum, which is your breastbone. What they do is to want of a better word, they slice you open like this, and then they put a clamp in to open it up, and then they do what they need to do. And then they put it together, sew it together with wires, sew you back up. So the actual operation bit wasn't the painful bit, it was the actual sternum. And even now, if I cough and things like that, it can be quite painful. But generally speaking, I'd say it was sore and uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say it's painful. And regularly the nurses said, "What is your pain? Yeah, what pain are you feeling?" I think the worst it got, I said, was about 6. But generally I said, it's 2 or 3, 4. I mean, it is painful. Certainly the last, it's very, very sore going to bed, for example, and waking up in the morning. But obviously there is pain treatment. When you come out of the operation, they give you morphine, and then they give you paracetamol, and they give you cocodamol, lots of other stuff. So it's well managed. Within, as I said, I got back from the operation and into the side room about midday, and by 2 p.m. straight away they wanted me, so they said, "Could you get out of your bed and sit in a chair?" Okay, so I did that for a few hours, and then they said, "Do you want to go for a walk?" So I went actually for a walk down into the corridor and came back. I ate normally. There was no real problems there. It's just kind of getting back on my feet. But really the main thing I would say about the thymectomy, if you have it the way I did it, which is a big slice down, you can see the scar starts here and it continues down. It's about 30 centimetres, quite a big scar. But again, it doesn't hurt at all. It didn't even hurt after the operation. It was purely this whole sternum breastbone thing. They've had to put some wire back together. So yes, so the point is that it didn't hurt. or was particularly painful, just sore, which you can deal with painkillers. And I wouldn't have said that it's the mind-boggling sort of thing to deal with. You just have to be careful moving and lifting and don't twist your body and those kind of things, but they tell you all that. But the pain was managed, and as I said, I went for a walk, I sat in a chair, and then by the next day, the Wednesday, the day after the operation, they gave me a bucket, and a sponge, that's how you wash your car, but they said, do you want to try and wash yourself? Which I did, no problem. I was able to go to the bathroom, no problem, and so on and so forth. So and then my food hunger again wasn't really a problem. So is it the best operation? Well, I don't think anything's the best operation to ever have, but is it a terribly difficult, painful, disastrous operation? It's not. And as I said, I went home on the Friday evening, sat in a chair at home, dining room chair, and then by Monday morning I was back in the office working. It's now Wednesday the 26th of July, so I think I told you the wrong day to beginning, but it's Wednesday today, not Thursday. But here I am working back to normal, and I walk. I'm doing sort of an hour's walk in the evening, and have been since I actually got back, just to try and fill up your lungs and things. So. What's to come of this now? I'm sort of effectively working from home for obviously this week. Next week I've got a follow-up with the surgery team on the 7th of August. I've got to pop to the GP tomorrow and have some stitches taken out, and then that's pretty much me. As hopefully, well, we'll see what the results of the tumour they took out come back. But assuming or hoping that that's nothing sinister or too sinister, then I'll be back to continue on, or hopefully on some kind of recovery process. What that then means for all the other bits and pieces in terms of the pyristigmine and the steroids and the things I've been on in the build-up to this operation, I don't know. Is the honest answer to that. But the good news is that this stupid tumour in the thymus gland and all the other useless stuff that was in it's gone away, which is good. And yeah, we'll see what happens. It might not. It probably won't mean this condition goes away, and it might mean I stay on some kind of medication for the rest of my life. But there's some tumour that was growing in me that's gone away, so that's good. That's pretty much all there is to say. The operation was straightforward, took 2 hours, bit of sore and pain, soreness rather than pain I should say, but honestly it's not a life-changing operation. If I'm sat here, or I sat here less than a week after having the operation, and I was, by the Friday I was desperate to get out of the hospital and get back to work and get back home. So if someone says to you, you need a thymectomy, I recommend having it. It's not a huge deal, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Thanks. Goodbye.